Good morning, humanity. It's March 8th here, and it's that favorite time of our week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, everybody, my name's Paul.
Good morning. This is Bev.
Hey, we had a little jiggle this morning because we're trying to simulcast. We're simulcasting on, if you're out there watching, on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, D Live, and Nemo TV.
Good Lord. We're just everywhere.
So hopefully, if you're seeing us out there, hi. If you need to get hold of us, I'm not sure how I can read your notes yet, but contact us at office@justtouch.com. We're going to talk about freedom from the healing program. What the
Oh,
heck does that
wow.
mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? Go ahead.
Well, I tried to put a lot of concepts together here, and but let's tear this apart. First of all, programming. What is program? What's it to be programmed? Because yeah, you just saw that show, the Social Dilemma.
Oh my.
Talk about
That
programmed.
talk about, well, here's the thing about programming. It's so subliminal. It's so insidious. We don't even realize that we've already been programmed. That's the scary part. And then, of course, now we're talking about awakening. What are we
Right.
awakening to? To the truth that we have been programmed.
Right.
Then all kinds of stuff starts, right?
Yeah.
Thank God for BioTouch.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about. How does that happen? And that reminds me of what you just said of watching that Meghan Harry show. How one of the key phrases that he was willing to admit, which is very difficult for anybody, is he was trapped.
Yeah.
And when he realized he was trapped, he had to seek ways to free himself from that entrapment, his own entrapment. I mean, because of all the
Sure.
conditioning for generations and generations, and it was in his DNA.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're talking about here in relation to the healing paradigm. We
Mhm.
have lots of stuff floating out there about healing and health, and we want to share with you how BioTouch can break us from those concepts. I guess they are.
Yeah. Maybe the concept of health and healing is really a lower phenomena of what we're kind of sensing from a higher level. A place of really being free to take responsibility. We're calling it health and healing, relating it to the body, which is where BioTouch is really powerful. Thank God we have something that really addresses in freedom the body. But when we start talking about this whole paradigm of healing and using those terms, we're automatically saying we're out of balance. If you need healing, you're already not who you innately are. So we start really programming ourselves in that mode. It's not just cut and dry. If you are in a process of healing, you're already saying you're less than who you
Right.
truly are.
And one of the problems in that, especially if it's a physical one, and a lot of the new concepts out there of, just think good thoughts, loving thoughts, and think, pray to this God or this guru, and that's how you will heal. Well, what happens is we create another paradigm of failure. Again,
Right.
with my back problem, when I did all those personal healing work techniques and I failed, not only did I have a back problem that I needed to deal with, but now I had a spiritual, emotional, psychological problem that I wasn't good enough, because I
Yeah.
wasn't meeting some concept of what perfect health is or perfect healing. And I wasn't able to just live in my pain, to be
Yeah.
present in it and be aware of it and the opportunities it was giving me.
I think that's why we keep saying that what BioTouch is here to do is to introduce us to those things that are manifesting in our body. That is a clear indication as to where we are not expressing our wholeness. that is why it's so important that it begins what on the skin. It communicates to the body. Everything's locked in that body. Everything, trauma, memories, emotional, mental, all that stuff that we know we don't have to address for another human being. That's
Right.
not, we're not free to do that. In fact, in that freedom, we just touch and leave it. But the important thing is that when we begin to awaken and take notice of where those things are in the body, that opens up for us that inner work, that self-awareness that takes us into realizing that even our bodies have been programmed.
Right.
You know, it's
Right.
an old thing, and then we come up with all these terms of, oh, healing, and I can heal you, and ooh, that's just scary right there.
It's also like I noticed I have this back that's getting irritated recently, and it's waking me up. How do I move? How am I sitting? How am I walking? It's requiring me to stand up, and the more I get BioTouch too, that's giving information to this body, to the body mind, whatever it is that does healing work, and it's there's an awareness of my body in relation to my surroundings, and that's really the only part of the self-awareness that we're talking about is waking up to ourselves in relation to our surroundings and not judging it. It's not
Right,
good or bad. I mean, if I have
right.
cancer or a back problem, that's not good, or you're not a good or a bad person, folks. that's just
No,
that's just our journey.
it's you're here for a reason. You really are, and
Yes.
it's not about being bad or good. Um, but it's interesting because when we begin to this is, let's bring this back to that, to the theme here, that freedom is part of the free will to be present or not, and then taking responsibility. We're all responsible for our own journeys. We're not responsible for somebody else's journey. We can't heal another person. We need to stop that language. And for me, BioTouch is here in its purity to pierce through that programming.
Right.
Okay, it says here are two divine beings, angels here practicing something that requires nothing but a presence. There's nothing else here in BioTouch. That's pretty unique in this. I even hate to use the healing community, but this is where we are. So we have to work with the paradigm that we've created for ourselves.
Right. And that paradigm is why we keep doing these shows. It's why we keep putting posts on the Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You did watch the Social Dilemma, and there's a
Oof,
manipulation of our programming and what we,
exploiting us.
yeah, exploiting our programming and for the monetary gain of a few uh, individuals. And BioTouch, it's so vital to put BioTouch into that paradigm so that when we're in a pain or we're in a situation and we feel helpless or hopeless, BioTouch feed will show up, giving us the opportunity to wake up, to have something you can do. This is in a sense a doing that you can help another human being without recourse to belief or 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 projection or how it should be. Just the simple placing of those two fingers on another human being starts a healing process within that individual. I don't need to
Yeah,
give people advice anymore.
it starts helping them to free themselves
Yes.
without us interfering.
And
We
that's
just
interesting. When you talk about freeing yourself, you open yourself up to all the possibilities
That's
of
right.
true healing, which is just in
That's
the present moment,
right. It's a
and
state of being,
yes.
not a state of healing. It's a
Right.
state of being.
Right. It's not in
Yeah,
the future, folks. It's in the
right.
present. Let's so
Right now.
and so that's why we're just trying to get everybody all of us to just do a, a 20-second greeting with another human being. And again, if you're still in a lockdown situation, think of another human being just doing that greeting on you. And you will, for a moment, unlock the prison door. And then if you do that, if you unlock it enough, you'll see, oh, the door's open. I can walk through. I don't have to sit in this cell.
We're trying to give you the key, which is what? The greeting.
The greeting is the key.
Use that key. Open up the prison,
Open
which
up
is
the
your
prison
body.
door. And
Yeah.
and again, the prison is the program that we're all part of. You
Yep.
know, I do all these things for myself because of my own fear,
Of
of my
course.
own, when I get a pain and like, oh my gosh, this hurts, or I get that little flu bug and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die
Here I
here.
go.
You
I'm out
just
of
you
here.
watch all the thought processes that have been
Yeah.
accumulated forever,
Yeah.
and that's okay. We're human beings. We're trying
This
to
is where
figure it
we
out.
are.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the hell we're doing here,
Yeah.
and what are we supposed to be doing, and BioTouch is something you could do. If you need something to do, just try it. Let's share with you a little of what you could do. One of the things we've been hearing a lot about are the reactions people are getting to the shots,
Vaccination.
the vaccination shots, sore arms, or high fever, or
Yep.
the immune system responses are happening. And so again, you can go to our website on the front page and get what we're going to show you here, which is just allergy, infection, and poison. So you might be getting an allergic reaction. It might help fight the infection response that you're getting. It might be a poison to your body. Who knows? But you can try these, and it can't hurt. And
Right.
let's just show these.
The infection, allergy, and poison sets are 3 separate sets of points. They all share the same hold point, which is the same as greeting point 1, located in the fleshy area just below the base of the breastbone. As with all sets of points, these may be touched repeatedly. Infections of any kind anywhere in the body may be addressed by holding X and with the other hand touching point 1, which is at the base of the large muscle on the right side of the neck and slightly above and behind metabolism point 1. Allergies or allergic reactions may be addressed by holding X and with the other hand touching point 2, which is on the right side of the neck directly behind metabolism point 3 on the top of the large muscle. To address poisoning within the body, hold X and with the other hand alternately touch point 1 and point 2.
There you go.
There you go.
Simple. To the point.
Ooh.
So, we're talking about, freedom from the programming. And people always ask us, well, how can BioTouch help? What are the kinds of things you can address? And we always like to show our research um, with the stress chart that Dr. Kenneth Stevenson did. We see above the line where it says chronic stress there, all the stressors in our life, and we can now put in there social media and
Yeah.
and any media.
Social distancing.
Yeah, a virus, pandemics, yeah, and all these things create uh, accelerated aging pathways, chronic stress, and those are part of the things, the programming that we're locked into, in a sense, and those chronic stress cycles create a cortisol dysregulation and an immune dysregulation, which creates uh, dementia, cardiovascular disease, infection, benign, malignant tumors, mood disorders, obesity, all those things we see in our culture nowadays. And the research showed that when you applied BioTouch into the stress cycle, you actually improved the circadian pattern of cortisol release, which improved your quality of life. And you raised the interleukin 12, which is an immune response uh, part of our body, which increases activity of genes that fight infection and cancer and promote healthy aging. Now, this is documented with blood testing, saliva testing, questionnaires. And so BioTouch, just bringing it into that, you can see in a sense that's breaking the program.
Yeah. You
That's
know,
breaking the program.
we and that program is so encased in us at such a subconscious level, we really don't even realize how stressed we truly are. And when you start using BioTouch, it starts to free us into recognizing certain things. This is that whole journey, um, which is exciting. And it brings in all those things that you and I were talking about, taking responsibility for changing the programming. And it will always show up in the body, whether it is a depression or whether it's a physical manifestation of something, but it's all related to that subconscious, you know, DNA. I mean, it's so ancient.
Right.
It's just part of us, and we have to break the cycle. BioTouch, I truly believe, is here to help us break an ancient cycle and to free us up, the whole group called humanity, to free us up to love,
We
to be who we are,
we
truly.
have a post from I think the name is Denise Gorin,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
she said she posted it and it says too simple, just ouch. I think it was just touch, but
Yeah.
the just ouch
Yeah.
is actually quite good. I
Just
like
touch where the ouch is, right?
yeah, just
Yeah.
and ouch. Oh my gosh, I broke the program. Sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't feel good. When
Right.
I wake up and
Oh,
I
it
look
brings all
around,
the credit.
yeah, and I look around and I see how much I've been manipulated by my surroundings, and so this inner freedom, this ability, I mean, one of the big things, like with this the vaccine shot, the guilts that are being laid on both sides.
I
You
know.
just got to decide on your own.
Right.
And I really believe if you do a little biotouch, you're going to know, is it time? Is it not time?
Right.
Am I supposed to do it? Am I not supposed to? And there won't be any reason. It'll just because you know
You
what
know.
you need to do personally for yourself in your relationship, in your circle of friends. And
Yeah.
and that's the beauty of biotouch is it gives us that sense of integrity.
Yeah. And the freedom to choose what's best for you.
Yes. So there's more than enough information out there. We don't need to give you more of what you should or shouldn't do.
Nope.
But we are sharing with you BioTouch, and we have other ways to do that. We have a health condition workshop coming up with a wonderful speaker from Dubai, Zagul
Yeah.
Abdel Salam. He's the director of a special education program there in Dubai. That's March 25th at 6 p.m. We're getting a lot of interest. I'm getting a lot of emails about that.
Well,
So
he's amazing, I just want to say.
he is, and he's always smiling. He's very
Oh,
positive, and
he's,
he utilizes BioTouch in his program there in Dubai. So come check it out with us.
yeah.
And then our next virtual training is March 23rd. That's 9 to 4:30 p.m. Arizona time. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can join us now. We do have a special for massage therapists. If you sign up, the $60 class is only $48. Just put in massage 20, and we'll give you a 20% discount. And you get
What
8
a deal.
CE credits for that.
Yeah.
So we have lots of ways to learn it. Our Facebook page, our Instagram page, TikTok. We have even little videos on there showing you how to just do the greeting.
Just
So
go into our website and
yes,
get the first 10 pages.
justtouch.com, and there is the first 10 pages for free. Again, there's the whole how to deal with side effects of the vaccine right there. If you go up to the top of the menu, there's all kinds of health conditions with past health condition workshops where we just teach you how to do the
Right.
points.
Right. Right.
Our goal is to give this away. We don't own this, folks.
Nope.
Nobody's making money off of this. It is yours. It's humanity's. We have it just by the fact that we're a human being on this planet. Bev, who's the president of our board, is leading a wonderful group of people whose only job is to get this back to humanity.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, Thank you, Bev. That was a wonderful little discussion.
Thank you, Paul. Always exciting. Yep.
And we hope all of you get some good information out of this. Please let us know if you have any questions, how you can learn BioTouch. If you have a personal issue you'd like to deal with, we always get back with you. We can take you through it on a telephone. We can do a Zoom with you. We have plenty of practitioners around the world ready to share BioTouch with you.
Do.
So until next week again, keep on touching.
Yeah. Have a great week, everyone.
I can feel the pain in sunshine or rain, so it's not caused by the weather, but it doesn't hurt that much after I feel your loving touch and we spend some time together. Take my pain away each and every day. You're an angel from heaven on high. Your butterfly touch helps me heal so much, and I get better as time goes by. Take my pain away.